So lately I've been talking about inner critic and perfectionism. And one of the things that came to mind this morning when I was doing my meditation is, the question was, what's getting in your way of your meditation practice, your mindfulness practice? And one of the things was that came up for me was expectations. So just like perfectionism is a setup, I think expectations can be a setup. Obviously, we have some expectations of people, but I'm talking more of the expectations of myself, right? And maybe the unrealistic expectations. So I think I've talked about this in other videos where, I used to wake up at 3:45. I did my meditation. I worked on my online business for an hour and a half, and then I got ready for work. And I was trying to get back to that because I had gotten off of that since I started my master's degree because a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into that now, but a lot of reasons. So it threw my schedule off, and so now I struggle with getting up that early. I'm not going to bed as early as I was also, and I've been struggling with that. So, my expectation was, and I tried to little by slow wake up a little bit earlier, right? Like at 6 o'clock and then 5:45, and then I get frustrated because if I can't wake up at 5:30, how can I wake up at 3:45? And I just couldn't do it, and I kept failing. And I kept trying, but I kept failing. And I tried to go to bed early, and I wouldn't be able to sleep. So I tossed and turned until, and so it was this whole thing around the expectation that I was going to get back to the schedule that I was at, and getting frustrated. And not only getting frustrated, but having that self-doubt come up, right? Oh, you can't do this, you knew you couldn't last for long, or you weren't made for this, or you're lazy, or all those other things that come up, that either I've been told before growing up, or just something that I perceived people thought of me, right? And so I think this unrealistic expectation is caused because I have these goals that I want to achieve, and they're pretty high right now. But when I planned my day, when I planned my schedule, I have it really right to the hour, really, really tight schedule. I didn't allow for things like wrapping presents, or, even taking some time to decompress from work. I had myself eating dinner the same time I was going through my emails. I really didn't have, all my time was accounted for, and I didn't account for getting sick, right? Like I have a cold now, and I'm tired, and I don't have the energy to do the things, and I barely have energy to go to class and do my homework. I took Monday and Tuesday off from work because I was really, really sick, and I didn't want to spread it to everyone. And I had an opportunity to work on my online business then, but I had to rest, right? I had to rest because I was tired. My body was fighting this cold, this virus. And if I wanted to get better, I needed to listen to my body and rest. So schedules are good, plans are good, but I think it's unrealistic to expect us to follow this schedule to the point all the time without any discrepancies. And that was unrealistic for me. And when I start doing those things, like I said, my inner critic starts the chatter, right? Like the chatter just gets louder and louder and louder, and it's frustrating. It's the reason why people give up, right? It's the reason why people give up. And I know, like, early in recovery, it's the same thing, right? Like, you're trying so hard to reunite relationships, and you're trying so hard to, better yourself, and it's hard. It's hard to change. It's hard to quiet those inner voices that have urges and cravings to use, and so I think the unrealistic expectation is to think that you won't have these cravings. That's what I tell people in early recovery all the time. Expect them, right? Prepare for them, because if they haven't happened yet, they will happen. Like, it's just part of recovery. And the pink cloud is great. If you're in a pink cloud, ride that pink cloud, but also plan for when it ends, because it will end. Everything ends, the good and the bad. And so, again, I preach these things, but I also have to live by these things, these rules, these words of wisdom, if you will. So I just need to get that out there. Not so much lower my expectations, but be realistic, right? Like, I am not always going to be able to follow this schedule to the T all the time, and expect to get back to a schedule when things were different, right? And I hear that a lot of times too. People are early in recovery, I just want to get back to the way it was. It's not going to happen, because things have changed, right? Things have changed, and you won't ever have them exactly as they were. You can, get your family back, other things, but it's going to be different. It's just going to be different, and it is. And it might even be better. My relationships with my kids are a lot better than they used to be, and they were good before I started this mess. So you never know. I hope this helps you. I hope you have a wonderful day. All the things. Remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Send them that text, give them a call, give them a great big hug every chance you get, and live your life enthusiastically, live your life mindfully, live your life with gratitude. And if you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button so that you will get all the updated stuff. I'm going to have some new stuff coming next week, starting on Monday, so look forward to that. And until next time, please be well. Peace.